me, what were you thinking, going out by yourself? Don't you know how dangerous it is?
It's okay. Toba helped me. And we met some kind strangers who helped us. And...
Kind strangers? What made you so sure they were so kind, huh? Oh, I suppose they had kind stranger written on their foreheads?
Yeah, actually, they did. In big, bold letters.
Don't talk back to me. The Mountain King problem still hasn't been solved. What would I do if I lost you too? No dinner for you tonight.
They were good people, Dad. Dinner or no dinner. Hello again, Huni. It's Miss Paimon and Mr. Traveler. Dad, it's them. They're the ones who helped me. And I promised we'd take care of them if they came to visit.
Oh, so you're the kind strangers. Well, I'm Trinidad. Apparently, you helped my daughter today, so if there's anything you need, just ask. As an elder of the Scions of the Canopy, I've got some influence around here. Now, I trust that you're sensible people who know better than to take advantage of their host's generous 1 million mora. At least you're a straight shooter. I can respect it.
Dad, please! They're not bad people! They've eaten at the same table with Kanich before! Be nice to them!
Kanich? Wait! I heard that 2 mysterious travelers from afar showed up at the Stadium of the Sacred Flame.
And Paimon's the other!
I do apologize. A lot's been going on in our tribe lately, and I suppose the pressure must be getting to me. I can't believe I was so rude to you. I feel ashamed. We got off on the wrong foot. Can we, start over?
Oh, now we're talking! Seriously though, don't worry about it. Already forgotten. We're just happy to see Huni got home safe and sound.
Oh, you just arrived, I take it, and it would be my honor to give you a hero's welcome tonight.
Careful now, that's quite an about-face. We've heard that kind of thing can lead to spontaneous combustion around these parts.
My dear traveler, you are very perceptive indeed. Go inside now, Huni. Dad's got some...
Okay, look after Mr. Traveler and Miss Paimon. They're very special guests. Well, we'll hear you out, but we can't make any promises that we'll be able to help.
Well, this is a matter of utmost importance. Please, allow me to explain. For many years, our tribe has celebrated the Turnfire Night. It is a traditional ceremony among the Scions of the Canopy in which we remember our ancestor, Burkina, and his companion, Kangamato, the Mountain King. Burkina was a hero who bore the ancient name Malipo, and Kangamato was a powerful Yumkasor warrior. Together, they fought against the Abyss. They were victorious, but it came at a great cost. Burkina paid with his life. The Mountain King survived, but was contaminated by the Abyss, and he remains in hibernation to this day. Normally, Yumkasors never live longer than a century. It is possible that the abyssal power is responsible for his unnaturally long lifespan. Oh, that's right. The Mountain King is a living symbol of our glory, but even this glory comes at a price. The abyssal power inside him is highly sensitive, and when it is disturbed, he awakens and flies into a blind rage, attacking anything that moves. So, besides the ceremony, another important part of Turnfire Night each year is cleansing the abyssal power inside the Mountain King, so that, however, abyss-related incidents have been on the rise in NATLAN lately, as I'm sure you're both aware. As a result, it has become increasingly difficult to keep the Mountain King in hibernation. Only 5 months have passed since the last Turnfire Night, and he's already showing signs of instability.
Has he woken up again?
He has. We managed to contain the situation by performing a makeshift ceremony right away, but it was a close call. He could reawaken at any moment. Also, he attacked and wounded my companion, Nana, during the ceremony. She became contaminated by the abyss as a result, and...
We heard. Such a tragedy. We're really sorry for your loss.
Yes, and anyway, right now we're preparing for an exceptional Turnfire Night ceremony, and we need to find us, of course. Plus, he's a bona fide hero who inherited the Malipo name.
Oh, you mean...
Yes, he's the one. A hero, worth his weight in gold. And unfortunate. An exceptional ceremony? Oh, I'll have to charge an exceptional price. I swear, no other concept exists in that boy's brain. I'm not the one to usually talk about people behind their backs, but I'm convinced the Wyab got hit on the head and took a wrong turn the day it chose to give that ancient name to him. I mean, have you ever heard of a hero whose mantra is, "What's your asking price?" Oh, and don't get me started on that insufferable Ahau he hangs around with. Thinks he's God's gift to mankind.
Yeah, Paimon has to agree on that last part.
Anyway, the fact is, the ceremony can just as easily be done without him as long as we can find someone else. And besides, you two seem like much better candidates. So, what do you think? Wonderful! I can't thank you enough. Huni was right about you. You have come with me to the other side of the mountain. I'll bring you up to speed on each step of the ceremony. As experienced warriors, I'm sure you'll pick it up in no time.
Achoo! Curses! Who dares insult the great Kahula How behind his back?
Oh, great Kahul Ahau, bless you.
Shut your filthy mouth, worm of the abyss! Your putrid words defile the air we breathe. You make the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How, sick to the stomach!
Speaking as a member of the Abyss Order, that's music to my ears. Exactly the kind of reaction we're going for. But on a personal level, I gotta...
Ugh, never have we heard such brazen blustering from someone who is inches from death!
Okay, well, that I am at a loss to explain. How do I manage to stay so chirpy and cheerful? I can only guess it's some kind of powerful magic. But I digress. Mr. Kinich, I admit it, you, sir, are a legendary hunter. Still, the only reason you caught me is that I was reluctant to run away. You see, I'm very interested in the lore of your tribe.
Okay.
Is that it? Kay? Aren't you intrigued to know what it is about you guys that prompted a visit from the Abyss? It's the extreme sports! The other day, I narrowly avoided getting hit by a very brave soul who just leaped off a cliff. I think you call it bungee jumping? Anyway, I was very impressed. That is what I call embracing the spirit of adventure. Look, I even did a painting inspired by the bravery and freedom of the scions of the canopy.
You scum-sucking swine! I swear, if you go bungee jumping, it'll be without a rope! Head first off the tallest cliff with a band of hunters on your tail and nowhere left to run, and a bottomless cesspit waiting for you on the ground.
You say that, but I get the sense that Mr. Kinich isn't planning to take my life right now. On top of that, I've heard that the most important thing in human relationships is to respect each other's boundaries.
Or you could tell me,
What?
and then I'll name my...
The Abyss contamination is back. No surprises there. No doubt that explains the Mountain King's recent activity. See those torches over there? Those are the Sacred Flame offshoots that we request.
Are you saying that the sacred flame and the...
Well, for ceremonial purposes, at least. Sending someone to the Night Kingdom to retrieve the legendary Turnfire isn't exactly an option. More to the point, though.
Gotcha! So basically, we just need to...
Well, that's one part of it, yes. But first, the flame bearer must collect a kindling of the sacred flame from the starting point. Then they must go down into the canyon, all the way into the cave. The most skilled flame bearers can accomplish all of this without touching the ground.
Wow! He can do all that flying without ever falling to the ground? Well, of course Paimon can.
Well, don't worry. The flame bearer must always keep moving forward. You can't skip a pillar.
So, what
What
about today then?
Oh no, don't worry. Today's... Are you ready? I'll repeat all the key...
Alright, let's use this kindling to complete our mission. There's abyssal filth over there. Let's burn it away with the sacred flame.
knew I was right about you. If there was an ancient name for outstanding flame bearers, I'm sure the Waya...
Yeah! Although it would probably take time.
All right, now...
Oh, you mean they've still got to sign off?
Some of them are still hoping we can come to an agreement with Kani. Still, I'm the one responsible for securing a flame bearer, and...
Just for Paimon's own peace of mind, are you sure it's not gonna be a...
See that place over there? There was a time, long before the age of Burkina and the Mountain King, when we, Scions of the Canopy, called that our home. After a period of upheaval, our ancestors were forced to move away. Now, it has become a place where our youths go to develop courage and kindle a spirit of it. If we fail to keep the threat posed by the Mountain King at bay, it might not be long before... So, to answer your question, I think
Fair enough. Desperate times call for desperate...
I'll need you to drop by my place at some point before the ceremony.
Okay, see you later then!
You have my gratitude.
We've helped out with a lot of other local festivals before.
You're early. Looking forward to your gift?
That's right. Nechka's been so sick, and plus Soli had to give up what she loves. Things might get better, but they could probably still use some cheering up.
I've already asked someone to swing by and let Tlasoli know we're coming. She's probably made all the necessary preparations. Let's go then. Do you mind watching the story niche? I'll be right back. Take it easy. Here we are. Nice house, right? Give me a sec, I'll go knock. Tlasoli! Open up! They're here! Tlasoli? Are you home? That's strange. Huh. The door's locked. But, hey, Nechka! Nechka!
What if something happened to the two of them?
Let's not overthink things. Still, I told Tlasoli we were coming.
Hey, what's that over there? Looks like the Tapetlosaur nest.
That's right. Tlasoli has a Tapetlosaur companion. When she was still in the forging business, she'd often had Iangu help with some digging, but since Nechka fell ill, she hasn't let it dig much recently. Wait a minute. What the... This place is a mess!
Whoa, look at all these broken boxes.
Oh... Alright. How is it that every single time Imish tells me not to go someplace dangerous, I end up running into danger? It's like her words have...
The tracks end at this cliff. Could the Tapetlosaur have climbed up the mountain? Let's head up there and see. There really is a Tapetlosaur up here. Might not be close.
Hey, Traveler! Paimon!
That's Chevin's voice.
Come down, quick!
Huh? We just got up here and Tlasoli's back already. Well, guess this means we should head back in. Why is the Tapetlosaur coming along? Whoa, hey, don't run! You'll hit us!
Iangu, come here! Are you being naughty again? Oh, that's a good Saurian. You must be hungry. Sorry. I'll whip up something for you later. Alright, run along and play now. Sorry, you two. I was waiting for you at home when Hka... Well, she snuck out and ran off by herself. She said she just wanted to pick some flowers, but she ended up getting lost along the way.
Yeah, Kevin.
She's still very weak. The shock and the cold winds certainly didn't help, so she ended up with a slight but it's nothing a good night's rest. That said, she won't be able to meet you today.
Don't worry about it. We know she's still. Her health definitely comes first. We were just dropping by to check on her.
Yes, and to run away from eating her vegetables. She jumps over chairs, hides under the table, seeing how she is now. That's the.
Hey, cheer up. We do appreciate that she tried to welcome us with flowers.
Yeah, what did you get us?
Well, it's a blaze gem inscription. I made it from the purest ore, so it's almost completely resistant to erosion. The techniques used to make it are all rooted in ancient name forging. Don't say that or the wild might smite me. When I first made one, I didn't think it could serve any practical purpose. But then Chevin suggested using the crystals to make a special kind of ornament.
Blaze gem inscriptions made by an ancient name artisan. Quite the sales pitch, don't you think?
Wow, that description really does make.
Plus, word of mouth isn't always reliable. As information gets passed along, it becomes incomplete, forgotten, but the words inscribed on these crystals will stand the test of time. The inscription will never deteriorate. It's the perfect gift for a dear friend or significant other. You could even pass it down to younger generations.
Yeah, let's get one. We can engrave it that way. Our names will be together forever.
You deserve it. You saved me. And Nechka's birthday present. It's the least I can do to repay you.
Chevin, I thought I told you.
Don't you start acting shy too, Tlusoli. It's a great gift. I know how much work goes into one of your blaze gem inscriptions.
Well then, thank you both. I'll have it ready as soon as possible. Then, I'll have you do the inscription yourself. Nechka should be well by then. She'll be very excited to meet you.
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Hold on. This isn't part of some scheme to make us spend all of our mora, right?
You never know. You do look like you have some savings to spare.
No, don't listen to that, Traveler. You'll end up losing all your mora.
In any case, it's up to you.
Oh no, it's the Tapatlosaur again! Quick, someone!
Also, if you don't mind, Tlusoli, I'd like you to help me repair my blaze gem inscription. I dropped it when I was attacked earlier. The rope and clasp both snapped, so I haven't been wearing it. I tried fixing it myself, but I just couldn't get it to stay.
Could you just leave it to me? I'll make it as good as new. Thank you, Chevin, for going all that way and...
It was nothing. We all just want Nechka to get better.
You're right. Miangu, behave yourself. I'll feed you in just a second. I'll have Chevin contact you once everything's ready, Traveler. Maybe we'll even line it up with Nechka's birthday.
Oh, that sounds great! We'll look forward to all the good food! And we'll make sure we're ready to eat! Anyway, see you around, Tlusoli!
Look after yourselves. Nechka is going to be so happy to meet you.
anyone looking for me. Oh, why if it isn't the traveler and his companion? So what brings you here? Do you need help with anything? We want to visit the mysterious island. The mysterious island, huh? Is there something wrong? I'm assuming you two are already aware that this island is related to a legend of my people. Yeah, but now that you mention it, we don't know anything about the actual legend yet. Then allow me to explain it to you two. It is said that the first chief of the people of the Springs was the most outstanding guide in all of NATLAN. He discovered many deserted domains and found countless treasures. But to prove himself once more, he embarked on yet another journey in search of a legendary, mysterious island. He endured many hardships along the way, but he persevered and managed to reach the destination. The island emits a golden light where countless treasures are buried. But instead of claiming the treasures for himself, he left behind a trail of clues that lead to the island. Since then, many people from later generations have undertaken the challenge of finding the island. After all, to find the island is to find riches and glory. Oh, that makes sense! So could you tell us how to get to that island? Oh, Paimon gets it! This is like a big secret for the people of the spring, so you can't just tell anyone, right? On the contrary, it's quite the opposite. The legend and the clues needed to find the island are all already known to the public. Oh! Well, then what's the problem? Well, I'm willing to answer your question in exchange for a favor. What do you think? Sure thing! Well, what do you need us to do? Then you have my thanks. Allow me to tell you some details. I'll be honest, there are some among the tribe who are of rather base character. Not long ago, I received a report that a few of them were working together to scam visitors. As the chief of the tribe, I was very ashamed to hear of this. It's really hard to believe that could happen. They are targeting tourists who wish to visit that island. According to my sources, they would trick tourists into believing they are trustworthy guides before luring the tourists into spending a fortune for the sake of reaching the island. They run a pretty sophisticated operation. They would always claim the scammed money is some kind of legal travel expenditure, so it's hard to use that to directly convict them. So, I was hoping to find someone who could approach them and pretend to get scammed. Doing so would allow us to gather the evidence required to bring them to justice. The problem is, they would certainly recognize anyone associated with me, which is why I haven't been able to carry out the plan yet. Oh, Paimon understands now! We're the perfect bait because we're both tourists. Exactly! And as far as I know, you two are no pushovers. No matter what nefarious schemes they may come up with, you'll be perfectly capable of protecting yourselves, right? You betcha! If it's just a few scammers we're talking about, he'll take them all down! Wonderful! Then here, please take this. Whoa, that's a lot of Mora! Did we already earn a bonus? There will be plenty of rewards if you manage to catch those scoundrels. This Mora, however, is for other purposes. I'm sure some spending will be required on your part before they lower their guard. I certainly wouldn't expect you to pay out of your own pockets. So please use the Mora as needed, and collect as much evidence as possible. No wonder you're the chief. Seems like you've already thought of everything. Okay, we'll take it from here. I've marked the location of the scammers on your map. I'll leave the rest to you two.
Oh, right. We should pretend we are innocent tourists with no idea about what's going on. Good idea. Speaking of which, Paimon's dying to know what kind of treasures could be buried on the mysterious island. Wonder if anyone's ever really seen them before.
Ah! Are you two visitors from afar looking to visit the mysterious island?
Oh, looks like we managed to lure them out already. Oh, pardon. Is something the matter?
I just happened to overhear you two talking about the mysterious island. I assume you two must be tourists, brought here by the legend and looking for the island. Am I right?
Hello, Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. That's right. We were just getting ready to look for that island from the legend.
In that case, as a qualified guide, I certainly cannot allow you to embark on such a dangerous journey.
Uh-huh.
As the legend says, if you can manage to reach the mysterious island, riches and glory will be yours for the taking. Be that as it may, the journey to the island is full of untold perils and dangers. It would be nigh impossible for any average person to reach the island. But you are in luck. Allow me to tell you the purpose of our services. It just so happens that our mission as guides is to help visitors avoid danger, find shortcuts, and successfully reach their destination. Please, there's no need to worry. This was just one point I had to make perfectly clear. Although the legend and the clues to finding the island are known to everyone, the leads left behind by our ancestors are as enigmatic as riddles found on a lost treasure map. Only guides bestowed with the legacy of our ancestors can correctly decipher the clues. Tourists who rashly embark on their own often wind up lost and encounter unnecessary dangers.
He actually sounds pretty convincing.
But it seems like fate has brought us together. So, what say you to having me as your guide? Not to worry.
So you'd be working...
For us, people of the Springs, guiding guests to the mysterious island is a great honor in and of itself.
Smooth. Paimon almost wants to believe him. Alright, thank you. Then please.
Of course. Please, follow me.
Take it easy.
Are you two here to take pictures with the Koholosaurs?
Really? Can we?
Ahem. Huh? Oh, you two must be here to seek insight from Atta, right? Shh, not so loud. Openly saying their name in such a manner will only cause them to loathe you.
I apologize for not explaining earlier. As you can see, Atta is the elder Koholosaur. My senior here is responsible to serve. Atta is highly respected among the tribe and is far more knowledgeable than other Koholosaurs. They say that Atta has actually visited the mysterious island before. Therefore, we must rely on Atta's insight to know how to get there.
Really? But how do we do that? Can a Koholosaurus elder talk?
You need only slowly approach Atta. Once Atta has confirmed your scent, they will provide their wise insight. In the language of the Koholosaurs, of course. But no need to worry. The ability to interpret this language is one of the basic skills required of a guide from the people of the Springs. I can understand Atta's instructions and will lead you on the journey ahead.
Alright, then let's give it a try.
That'll be 10,000 mora per person. In order for...
I'm sorry. Such expenses may arise in the process of finding our way, but as long as we reach the mysterious island, these costs will be quite trivial in the end.
There you have it. Paimon knew there was no such thing as a free lunch. Paimon has an idea. She bets they've just made up all that stuff about the talking Koholosaur. But if we can get a receipt, that'll be proof that they're scaring tourists. With that kind of evidence, there'll be no doubt they're guilty.
What's taking them so long? Well, what do you say? I'll even throw in a group photo of you two with Atta. You won't ever find another deal like this.
Oh, that's an unexpected bonus. Quick, let's pay the man. Oh, Atta really didn't try to bite us at all.
You can also pose now if you'd like a photo together.
Okay.
Oh, Atta is already speaking? Let me listen to what they have to say.
Could you really get anything from that noise?
Of course. Like I said, only a guide like me can understand their language. Let's follow Atta's instructions and proceed to the next area.
Here's your group photo. I even packaged it up for free.
Any chance we could get a receipt for that?
No problem at all. Here you go.
Please, come with me.
We still have a lot of the Chief's more to use. Paimon's curious what other tricks these scammers are using. These guys are going way too far. He keeps coming up with some far-fetched far-fetched reasons to make us pay for everything. With all the evidence we have now, we could bring him straight to the chief and he'd definitely be convicted. But after handing over all that Mora, Paimon kinda wants to see if he'll actually—
Sorry to keep you waiting. After all the clues we've gathered, I've managed to find a shortcut to the island.
Oh, alright, then let's get going!
Good roll. Alright, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
This is the spot. The trails of sunlight will guide the way. Once you cross the rushing water, the light of the setting sun shall reveal everything. Atta's insights have already pointed us to the destination. It's just on the opposite bank.
You mean we're almost there? Huh. But there wasn't even anything exciting about this journey.
As I said before, this is a shortcut. If I took you on some arduous path after all the Mora you spent, that would make me look like a good guide, don't you think? Anyway, there's no time to lose. We need to get there before sunset. According to Atta's insights, this is the place. We're here. Yes, I've led you to the island just as I promised, which means it's time for me to say goodbye.
Hold on! Are you serious? This is supposed to be the island? Then what about the treasure? And look at these wooden signs and artificial lights! Even we can tell it's fake!
All that stuff about treasure is just part of the legend. I didn't make any promises about what you'd find. And who says a mysterious island can't look like this?
Huh. Since you seem to have dropped the act, then there's no need for us to— We were commissioned by the chief of the people of the Springs to gather evidence of your scamming activities. With these receipts, your scamming days are over.
You sure? Then what's written on those receipts?
Huh. Let's see. Huh?
I took you all this way just to buy enough time for the handwriting to disappear. Even if you were to go back to the people you paid, you'd only find that they were using fake names, making them impossible to track down. You want to report me for scamming tourists? Then be my guest. I'll just say that I'm being falsely accused. With that settled, I'll be going now.
Ah! Now he's trying to get away! It's the chief!
What's the chief doing here?
I had dispatched others to secretly trail you. Thanks to you, we can finally convict him of...
Convict me? How? They don't have any evidence against me.
Sorry to say it, but he got... Not to worry. Let's...
Hey, what are you doing? Keep your...
Yes, I see the mark. Looks like you already split the Mora before you let them here.
What do you mean?
The Mora that the Traveler and Paimon were using today were all provided by me. They all have a special mark on them.
You...
So, there must be an explanation why the Mora that there are no receipts to prove that any transactions took place, and you yourself just denied that there was a scam. Take Mora from others by force!
You... Ugh.
We have witnesses standing.
Fine. Yes, it...
Woohoo! No wonder you're the chief of the tribe! I still don't understand how so many people have been getting duped by them. You need to at least stop. If he claims to be able to find a shortcut to the mysterious island, then why hasn't he just gone there and claimed the treasure for himself? That's a good point. Speaking of, have any guides from the people of the springs ever found the treasure? I can answer this question along with your previous one about how to get there. The answer is actually very simple. There is no shortcut to the island, and most people don't need. If you don't meet this single condition, then even guides from the people of the springs, despite all of their abilities, will, which is exactly why, even though the clues to the mysterious island are... Oh, there's a requirement? Let me ask you something first. What do you think a real journey to the mysterious island should be like? It should probably involve overcoming a lot of hardships with your... And therein lies the key point. It's said that when the first chief set out to search for the island, the ones who accompanied him were not clients nor tourists, but his closest friends. The legend also mentioned that only those willing to entrust their lives to one another will be able to reach the island together. Therefore, the requirement to reach the island is journeying with your closest friends, the kind of friends you would trust with your life. So that's the key. From what I can see, you and Paimon are but unfortunately, neither of you are experienced guides. And if you were to hire... That's true. But don't feel discouraged. I believe that this beautiful land that I call my home will not disappoint you. Whether it's remote islands or ancient ruins, I'm sure they can also provide you with plenty of exciting adventures. And let me tell you a secret. The elders once told me that beneath these very ruins lies a way to reach the sky. Yeah, thanks for that. But knowing us, we don't give up so easily even when a place is supposedly impossible to visit. Oh, I can understand. I won't stop you if you're still interested. A guide we could trust with their lives? Oh, it appears you've already made up your minds. Then, okay, bye-bye!
Take it easy.
You've got to have hot spring eggs.
Sorry, we don't carry any black swimming floaters here.
But why? Black floaters look really cool.
May I ask whether you've had some bad luck lately?
Well, yeah, sorta. The last pair of black floaters I bought in...
I knew it. I specifically asked an expert from the master...
Really?
Also, have you by any chance become a mosquito magnet? Or found yourself overheating? Maybe even...
Yeah, that's exactly how I've been feeling.
In that case, I'd recommend either pink or blue swimming floaters. According to the expert, I'll even offer you a discount if you'd like. Just see it as a way of celebrating your luck taking a turn for the better.
You'd really do that? Then I'll take one of each.
You got it. Well, hello there! If it isn't the traveler...
It's been a while, Mulani. Was all that stuff you were saying just now really true? Do pink and blue floaters really bring good luck?
Of course. I know a friend who nearly drowned once, but because she was wearing blue floaters, a group of Kaholosaurs came to the...
Whoa, for real?
But let's get back to why you're here. Are you... Come on, don't be strangers.
No, we actually came here to ask you to be our guide.
Well, you've come to the right person. So, where do you want to go?
We want to visit the mysterious island from the legend.
A trip to the mysterious island? Oh.
Do you have any concerns, Mulani?
I assume you're already aware of how difficult the trip will be, right?
Yep, your chief has already made that pretty clear. But with our adventuring experience and with you as our guide, we'll definitely be able to reach the mysterious...
Then I'll have to... I learned all my skills as a guide from Uncle New. And he's the best guide in the whole tribe. But apparently, even he, with a good guide to lead the way, a journey should usually be fun and pleasant. But since it's you two asking, it's just my duty.
Paimon thought this would be a piece of cake for you, but it seems Paimon will feel really guilty to make a friend go through a bunch of trouble. Mulani?
Whoa, what's the hurry?
Come on, what are you waiting for? Kolo just got back to the tribe. I heard he found another underground ruin full of treasure.
Oh, Kolo's back. Wait for me.
Who's Kolo?
Oh, he's currently ranked as the #1 guide in the People of the Springs. Besides the tribe's first chief, he's the only other guide who's ever made it to the mysterious island.
Really?
He's always out and about, so we don't get to see him often. Sounds like this is quite an occasion, though. Let me put up the closed sign first.
The crystals you asked for can only be found in caverns deeper than 500 meters underground. Here, have a look for yourself. As for the people you asked me to take along, they almost all got lost in a cave. Out of my sense of duty as a guide, I brought them all back. Next time, just save the trouble and let me go alone. Indeed. Well done. No wonder he's the best. I wouldn't dare to go more than 200 meters down into a cavern like that.
I wonder how much he made this time.
Whoa, it really does sound like a super amazing guide. Do you think you could get some pointers from him, Milani? Who knows? Maybe he could save us some trouble on our trip to the mysterious island.
Ko'olo always treats his experience like trade secrets. He never tells anyone anything about being a guide.
Oh, okay.
But one day, I'll also be able to reach the island.
That's him, right? Do you really think you'll be able to get his help?
Allow me to do the talking. You must be the top guide of your tribe. I have a commission that I hope you'd be willing to consider.
That guy sure looks familiar. Oh, aren't those two the scholars from Sumeru who were bitten by the Koholosaurs? They also wanted to go to the mysterious island, right? Seems they finally realized that they need a guide.
A commission? Since you've obviously heard about my abilities, have you also happened to hear about my rates? If you're not intimidated by the price, then we can talk.
Yes, I've looked into everything I need to know. As long as the trip is a success, then the commission fees won't be a problem.
Oh? And where is it you want to go?
The mysterious island.
Just as Paimon thought.
But first, please don't misunderstand. I'm no tourist. I wish to visit the real place.
You hear that? He wants to go to the island.
In that case, Ko'olo's the only one for the job. But the journey to the island requires a lot more than just a guide, right?
Since you want to visit the real mysterious island, then I'm sure you've also heard about the requirement for our trip, right?
Yes, I know. According to the legend, only those who are willing to entrust their lives to one another will be able to reach the island together. I must reach that island, even if that means putting my life in someone else's hands. I have made up my mind.
Don't waste your words on me. The way I see it, the requirement is just a way to weed out those who do not have the skills to reach the island by themselves.
You...
You say you'd put your life in somebody else's hands? Ridiculous. Even if someone were to trust me with their life, they'd just be another burden. Let's look at it the other way around. Why would I place my life in the hands of someone whose abilities are far below mine? That is what the legend is really hinting at here. Many guides in the tribe have received commissions like this, only to end up bogged down by their incompetent clients long before reaching the destination. How do you think I reached the mysterious island? I made it because I chose to go alone.
Well, I'm different. I'm no ordinary tourist.
That doesn't make much of a difference to me. You'll give up halfway at best, which is a waste of my time. And a waste of your commission fees. I can tell you're just looking to explore something new. If that's the case, then you can find another guide in the tribe. For example... new student, over there.
What's up with that guy's attitude? Paimon takes back everything nice she said about him.
I have things to do now. Goodbye.
Hold on, Ko'olo.
What's wrong? I'm only introducing a potential client to you because I know you're a teacher. In fact, I'd say it's quite the opportunity.
Never mind that for now. I don't agree with your views on the island. Uncle New taught me that...
I know. You're just the same as him. You both obviously hope to prove yourselves, but still think that you have to follow the legend to the letter, waiting for a cumbersome client to find you before even trying to set off.
Milani?
The rare ores I brought back are proof that I've been to the island. But as for New, where's his proof? Why don't you wait until he's actually found the island before you start using his views to refute me?
sorry. I just wanted to take you to see what the excitement was all about. I wasn't planning on getting into an argument with him again.
That Colo seemed to harbor some kind of grudge against you, Mualani.
Or, I know, quite an impressive achievement for my teacher, huh? Even the best guide in the tribe can't stop talking about him.
Oh, Paimon thought you'd be more upset.
Of course not. Uncle Nu has also argued with Ko'olo before. I've already heard the same words several times now, but it's hard to prove anything to him unless you've actually been to the island. That's right. It's just that I've always seen the journey as something super important and not to be taken lightly. I was really surprised when you asked me to be your guide today. After telling you about all the dangers with such a serious face, I didn't make you think that you're causing me trouble, did I?
Actually, Paimon did think about taking our invite back.
No, please don't do that. Actually, that is also a part of what Uncle Nu taught me as a guide. The difficulty of the trip is the very first thing that needs to be clearly laid out to the group. If you want a chance of reaching the destination together, you must first reach a consensus on the amount of effort that will be required. I always felt that my teacher is no less skilled than Ko'olo. But Uncle Nu has never been to the island, so Ko'olo always uses that to push us down. So, as Uncle Nu's student, I've always wanted to complete the trip to prove his skills. It's a pity that I've never had the chance.
But don't you have a chance now, Mualani? If you'd agree to be our guide, we're completely willing to trust you with our lives. With the help of the renowned traveler and his trusty companion, you'll definitely be able to find the mysterious island. Then you can come back and teach that Ko'olo a lesson.
Oh, Paimon. Come on, bring it in.
Aw, you're making Paimon blush.
Alrighty then. If we're gonna go, we should start preparing right away. I've already had the plans for this trip written out for some time. Come with me.
Oh, it's that scholar guy. Paimon almost forgot he was still here.
Scholar guy? My name is Varamdra. Please use it.
I didn't expect to see you again, Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, and it's that lady too. Hello again.
Excuse me, Miss Guide. Since we've been referred to you, would it be okay for us to join your journey?
I'm Mualani. Just call me by my name. As for whether or not you can come along, I'm sure you've already heard the requirements. We've only just met, and I'm not sure you're cut out for this trip. The path to the mysterious island is a grueling one.
Oh.
I admit that after coming to NATLAN, I've encountered many things outside of my field of expertise. It's understandable you're worried that we'll slow you down. So how about this? We'll set off with you as ordinary travel companions, and I'll pay you the usual commission fees. But we won't officially be your clients. In other words, you needn't shoulder the responsibility of being our guide. And even if something were to happen to us, your reputation as a guide won't be tarnished as a result.
If you accompany us, then you are a member of the team. I could never agree to such a careless deal. Oh, don't tell me you think I'm the same kind of person as Ko'olo.
So you still refuse? Fine. Kariel, put the more for the return trip in your backpack. Without a guide, the road ahead may be dangerous, so please don't follow me.
Varamdra?
Now he wants to go alone?
Wait! Please don't do this in front of a guy.
I'm so sorry for the trouble.
Don't say that. Although it'd be inappropriate to bring along two strangers I just met, there is another how about this? Let's meet up tomorrow.
So you've decided to accept my offer?
No. My plan is to use some of our time together to turn you from
That's your plan?
Wonderful. On behalf...
Pretty sure only Mualani could come up with a plan like that.
We need to get started on our preparations. Come with me. Laffa. I've got...
We've been over this before. The name's Yelp.
I know. It's just that...
Well, since you're the customer,
I need a camping...
another commission, huh?
How much are we talking?
Don't worry about the costs. I'll take care of it.
Oh, but that's not right.
Ahem. Let's make this clear.
Oh, no,
That's what I thought. We're ready, Laffa.
Your total is...
Isn't that still...
Just imagine us in the wilderness, okay? We can either sleep out in the open, tired and weary, or simply spend a week's worth of pocket money and completely solve that problem.
You call that a week's worth of pocket money? Are you rich, Boop?
That's not important. We still need to buy some equipment from another store. Come with me. Because you're still young, Uncle On. Hey, can you help me find something kind of rare? I can negotiate.
All right. What are you looking for?
A record player. Specifically, the kind that's convenient to take camping.
Oh, that model is pretty rare indeed. I thought it'd be nice to keep it as a prized collectible in the shop.
Uncle On.
Just don't break it, okay? I'll even buy it back from...
Thanks, Uncle On.
A record player? Does that mean we need to buy some records too?
Yep, and that's our next stop.
Take it easy.
Come on, this! Show me your courage!
There is no escape! Illusion shattered!
Out of the way!
Let's light it up!
Quietly now.
it easy.
Hey, Paka Paka!
Mualani?
You'd be the first I'd sign with if...
Huh? That's...
Maybe I can think of a way to connect you...
Whoa. Then we could produce...
Nice.
What do we need it for anyway?
Well, I asked a friend from the Masters of the Night Wind for some advice once, and apparently...
Is that really a thing? Well,
You know how it goes, Mualani. 20,000...
Deal.
looks like Mualani really is rich.
That should be about everything we need to buy.
What's wrong, Mualani?
Next, I need to find my teacher, and besides the legend left by the first chief, there's also a map. It's full of strange symbols, almost like it's a part of a big puzzle. Guides must draw from their experience to decipher. The chief made several copies of the map and distributed them to the first members of the tribe. The copies were to be passed down to future generations, which brings us to today.
Whoa. Hearing that is also making Paimon feel a little nervous. Sounds...
Yes, but the thought of having you two by my side somehow makes me feel...
That's right!
Afternoon, Uncle New. I have a big surprise for you.
A surprise? Then you...
You saw right.
Did you forget that you had mentioned these two to me before? The ones who went to the Night Kingdom with you. And so, it's just that.
Huh? Do you think that I'm still not ready yet?
No, I believe you are the best guide in your... After all, the journey to the mysterious island is no easy feat for any guide of the people.
Don't worry. With our help...
Yeah. This time I'll
Don't misunderstand. Since you've made up your minds, I won't try to stop. Our mission as guides has never been to prove anything. There is a...
I understand.
In that case, you may have the map. Also, take this with you.
What is it?
It's a talisman. Take good care of it.
Was this made with spinel fruit? For some reason...
Right. Which is precisely why...
You really know me best, Uncle New. Alright. Traveler and Paimon, tomorrow we'll set off.
Yay! Paimon can't wait for another adventure! It's about time to meet up now. Let's head to the spot Mualani mentioned.
Traveler, Paimon, over here!
You're here, Mualani! Oh, and those strange scholars are here.
Good morning, you two.
Morning!
So when are we leaving?
Seems you're as excited.
I just want to get down to business as soon as possible. You know this is no...
Don't worry, I'm a very professional guide. Yay! First, do you all see the statue here?
Uh-huh.
Well, no, it's not a clue at all. He was the first chief of the people of the Springs who came back from the mysterious island and set up this place. It's a The first thing we need to do before we set off is to touch the statue and pray to our ancestors.
Is there any theoretical basis to support that claim?
A theoretical basis? No, but my teacher taught me it's an essential... Very good. You didn't try to argue with me.
Sure, but since this practice doesn't have an empirical basis, I won't be able to include it in my thesis.
Come on, everyone. Greetings to my ancestors. As your descendant, I'm about to follow in your footsteps and witness your accomplishments. Allow me to depart under your gaze and return under your protective watch.
It really feels like we're about to embark on a...
Now, please get ready. We're going to look for the first clue.
Speaking of which, where should we look for the clue?
At a place where many gather.
Wow, there are a lot of Cahola...
As expected, the first clue is related to the Cahola source.
When people from outside the tribe get a copy of the map, most can deduce that the first clue is related to the Caholasaurs. But they often end up looking in the wrong direction. When the first chief created the map, he left a special mark for this part. It's a code, so it'll be impossible to gain any leads from just
You're a real pro at this, Mualani.
But according to the information I've been able to find, Caholasaurs don't like gathering as herds unless it's to compete for the hot springs.
So let me tell you a secret that only a guide from the people of the springs would know. It so happens that wild Caholasaurs periodically gather in the valley up ahead. It's almost like how our tribe gathers together for festivals. Still, as soon as the season changes, the herd quickly disperses again. Unless you're a guide who's always running across NATLAN, it would be very rare to ever witness such a thing.
Is this a thing? I need to note this down right away and include it.
According to what I've deciphered from the map, a clue is hidden deep in that valley.
But to get there, won't we have to get through the herd of Caholasaurs?
We'll have to think of a way to sneak past without startling them. They're gathering together with their friends, so I'm sure they don't want to be disturbed.
You mean we're going to have to walk through the Caholasaur herd? That feels a little...
Given we've agreed to work together, everyone should do their part. However, Karia has been attacked by Caholasaurs before, so this isn't an ideal plan for her. But it shouldn't be a problem at all for me. Let's have Karia wait here, and I'll take over all the tasks that were supposed to be entrusted to her.
No worries. We don't need everyone to go. We actually need someone to stay and look after the luggage, so we'll leave that to you two. Traveler, Paimon.
Is that so? Then that works out perfectly.
And now I understand how much you care for your assistant scholar. Follow me and stay close. Oh no, you've been spotted. Let's back off and try again.
These Kaholosaurs sure seem on guard. We'll never get through.
Kevin, you've already used the information provided by the map to deduce that the clue is in that valley. Why don't you simply chase them away? You're pretty strong, aren't you?
First of all, the elders of the tribe have always warned us to never hurt the Kaholosaurs. Doing so will almost certainly bring bad luck. And secondly, you can't just
But on what basis?
Okay. So
There must be a way to enter the valley without startling them. It'd take a while for me to come up with...
Let Paimon think.
According to the map, the clue is right in the middle of the Kaholosaur herd.
This is tricky.
Karya, I've noticed that you only talk when you're trying to help smooth things over between...
Me? All right. When Verandra I discovered something very interesting. But I'm not sure how...
Oh.
You can just call me Karya.
In that case, please stay here and keep an eye on the luggage. Found it!
What's this?
The key to making our way through the herd. If the Kaholosaurs have a keen sense of smell, but this plant can help us solve that problem. We can apply the plant.
So...
Don't worry, it's also good for...
Oh, Paimon feels all wet.
Perfect. Okay. Be sure to stay out of sight. What's that sound? Careful! Oh, it's just a young Kaholosaur. Don't worry, this little one doesn't pose any danger. Follow me and stay close. How could there be so many here? We can't get through! Oh, I have an idea. Wait here. Come on! Careful! Don't startle them. We must be getting close.
Look, a bunch are gathering around that rock. What are they doing?
Maybe when things start to get boring, they gather together and talk about something fun?
But Paimon thought guides from the people...
Sounds like someone has been trying...
True, they were definitely trying to scam us. Huh? Do you see that on the rock?
I've heard that there is a type of moss that changes color when it reacts to the biological signals. That must be the clue!
Should we take a picture?
Oh, the flash might disturb them.
So we've passed the first stage of the journey now.
I see. Had we chosen to drive the Koholosaurs off, then we never would have found...
Has he always been this way, Miss
He's just obsessed with his...
At least this has shown that my judgment is correct. I've proven my trustworthiness. And so...
Yes, I understand. And I
Mulamani really knows how to lead our group.
Next, we'll need to use the lead we found to
Hard to tell.
Aha! I got it. Though the lines are kind of rough, I can still see that they represent the boundaries between... Find our next destination.
Really?
Well, intuition is also... Alright, break time is over. Let's...
Let's hope you...
Show me your...
Let's hope... Let's hope you put up with...
Tide rises! Stick around!
Illusion shattered! Gotcha! Shine down!
Let's light it up! Adventure time!
Illusion shattered! Shine down!
Let's light it up! Quietly now.
Okay, this is the place.
So, where do we go next?
I'm not completely sure yet. The map seems to indicate there's a mechanism here that crosses the water. But
I knew it! My theory was correct!
Sounds like he's got something to say again.
if you have any suggestions, then please feel...
I believe the mechanism that the lines are indicating is a spirit way.
That is a possibility. But I don't remember anyone from the tribe setting up a spirit door.
According to my theory, it might not have been set up by humans. The dragons living in NATLAN also used a similar device. Speaking of which, the spirit doors your tribe uses may have been built in...
Oh, I remember now.
After learning about the legend, I realized that it was connected, even though I haven't found an exact route to the mysterious island. Firstly, it's at an intersection between water and land. And secondly, there should be a high concentration of phlogiston. My research indicates that the spirit way was originally a natural phenomenon caused by the flow. Therefore, the area must contain many potential spirit ways, and the dragons who lived here in ancient...
Wow, amazing.
Now everyone's contributing to the...
You flatter me. If my theory is correct, we should already be very close to the mysterious island. Once you've
All right. Then let's start searching for the dragon.
That's just a quick and easy name. I won't be able to include it in my thesis. Given the dragons used the device long before the humans...
Then let's start...
If I'm not mistaken...
Whoa! It's starting glowing!
Looks like we can activate it once we get close enough. But according to the map, there should be 2 more phlogiston nodes.
Wait, hear me. Let's light it up!
But it's way up high. We'll need to find a way up there. We finally found all of them.
Great work, everyone! Okay, now first, we need to figure out how to control this thing.
Is there something...
See, look at this. After activating a normal spirit door, we could just go ahead and use it. Also, according to the map, we need to activate the mechanism and switch between different phlogiston nodes to change them. If we don't operate the nodes properly, then the people on the spirit way will come tumbling.
Isn't that super...
In theory, the process should be very safe, but only if the three...
Do you think you'd be able to operate it?
Though I've never tried before, I've read a lot of information. Huh? But in theory...
If Arandra can control it, then that...
Okay, well...
After all the adventures he's been on, handling something like this should be easy peasy.
Alright. Then it'll be up to the trap. I'll let you know when we need to...
Wait, but...
Don't worry. It looks like the spirit ways are...
But it's so high! And you'll be...
Do you still remember the Only those who can trust each other with their lives can reach the mysterious island. Since...
Alrighty. Please be careful.
perfect.
You're amazing, Lulani! There were a couple of moments Paimon thought...
I'm confident I can.
Oh no, you're right!
It appears the phlogiston nodes here need to automatically recharge. Once they're activated, they'll be unusable for some time.
In that case, no matter what happens next, we have to seize our chance. Otherwise, who knows how long we'll have to wait for another shot.
Do you hear that?
The weather's getting gloomy, and a bunch of whirlpools just...
Yes, we need to get to higher ground. Hey, look over there!
Whoa! There's a giant whirlpool over there!
Yep, and that's our next stop.
Huh? What do you mean?
The info I deciphered from the map points to only one possibility. To reach the mysterious island, we must enter that massive whirlpool.
No way!
Forgive me for being frank, but as a guide of the people of the Springs, I'm sure you understand the danger of such a vortex even better than we do.
Yes, I know. But whether it's the information deciphered from the map, or the direction of the spirit wave that I observed in the air, everything points to the path ahead being hidden in that whirlpool.
And what if you're wrong?
Rondra.
I'm not trying to be unreasonable. Unfortunately, I'm very knowledgeable in this area. The spirit waves must have affected the nearby bodies of water and lowered the water level. That's why the whirlpools appear. At this rate, some of the land that was once underwater will soon reappear at the surface and see the light of day again. So, our goal should be the shallow waters. If we enter that vortex,
he does seem to have...
I can't find any evidence to refute your claim for the moment, but I still trust my judgment.
then it seems like it's time for our collaboration to come to an end.
But didn't we all agree to trust each other?
I have reached this conclusion based on my field of expertise, and I cannot deny it, even if you try to convince me otherwise. From now on, let us each choose our own...
No, I refuse.
You!
Letting your clients separate themselves from the group in the middle of a journey will result in the worst luck possible.
Then we can implement the plan I proposed at the very beginning. You're not my guide, and as...
Oh, but you can't do that once you've traveled together as a group. How about this? You and I know you liked...
Well...
Traveler, Paimon, let's...
Whoa. The massive whirl...
Do you also think that this is a... It's okay. That's completely normal. This is just how it is. This gives us the power to decide which way we should go. Although I'm pretty... If the scholars... The same goes for the two... The good news is that...
Mommy?
Traveler.
That's right. You... Besides, it's gonna take...
Aw, Paim.
Alright! Matters of luck.
I know.
Wait a sec. Is it just...
You're right.
That means we need to hurry.
This guy, we have a problem.
Karya? What?
I tried to persuade him. He said that the water to the south was about to be shallow enough to wade through. But after he took a few steps, I'm not much of a swimmer, so I came to...
Oh, why did this have to happen now?
No time to hesitate. I'll get in the water. That way?
all right. Thank you so much, Miss Guide.
Judging by the changes in the water surface, the path to the mysterious island wouldn't be. It's just.
Right, who knows if we can make it back?
Seems we missed our.
Why would you give up on such an opportunity?
How can you say that? It's already bad enough.
I'm really sorry.
Don't feel guilty, Karya. I think if I reactivate the nodes, the only problem is that we still don't. It's already getting late now.
Now that you mention it, Paimon is feeling a little hungry. Hey, Paimon's stomach can be very...
We have plenty of tasty things to eat.
Is this the